One of the things that a past member said once to me, which was I thought was brilliant, her advice to anyone out there was, in a time where you don't have any energy, you've got to give it all your energy in terms of
That's right.
recovery. I'd love you to share, like, what did you do, especially in those harder stages? Because you made progress pretty quick, actually, in relative terms, especially if you've been suffering for 20 years. Within 6 months, you were noticing changes and you were just like, it's happening and I'm doing this
Yeah.
and it's happening. But at that first maybe 3 months in the program, you mentioned one thing that you got support from Danny, your husband. He was able to kind of tell you what he was interpreting based off what you thought it was too. So you got that support. But what other things did you do in the initial stages when you couldn't watch a whole video or you felt like the coaching call was too much at the time?
When the coaching call was too much, sometimes I'd just go away and I'd think about it. I'd look at your videos. That's what helped me. I would go and I'd watch a video and maybe I'd watch 5 minutes and then I'd be, okay, that's too much. I'd find another one. Maybe that's a little less information. And I'd watch that one and I'd be like, oh, and I started writing sticky notes.
I
This
love
is,
that. Let's read that out.
it was one of your themes for the month, and this one really stuck with me. Movement was one of my themes that I wanted to do. It's just coming to fruition now, my exercising. Set an alarm, make a plan, and be accountable. And that goes for a whole lot of things in my life.
Yep.
It's not just that one thing, but I struggled with the physical aspect of it. I got my cognitive function back and I started getting my memory. My memory was so bad when I first met Danny. It was so bad. I mean, I couldn't remember if somebody told me something 2 seconds later, I forgot what they said. I was able to actually enjoy getting up and moving without exercise because I tried exercise over and over again.
No, you weren't ready
Yoga.
back then at the start. You had to start easy. One of the things in the program is we talk about before you even think about movement, let's get your daily function going. And I remember you used to sit outside from memory, but I remember you posting a video or a photo of you outside with your chair on your veranda, and just being outdoors was one of the things that you're working on and building up to. That was brilliant because that's where you were at. You didn't need to do movement. You weren't ready to do a movement program at that stage because you were in stage one. We needed to restore energy first. Building your daily function was the right move, and you were just doing the right things at the right time.
And that was huge. And I mean, the baseline, I found it like I was really going back to being a little girl again. Like you said, I was like, I got to crawl before you walk and you got to walk before you run. So I can't exercise. And for me, this is really hard because I've been an athlete my whole life. The last thing I was involved in was Taekwondo, and I made it all the way to my black belt. But I had to quit because it was too much for me. Soon after that, the crash came. So for me, the baseline was really fun. Believe it or not, I might be a little psychotic, but
But I think the key is here, and this is a game changer, is you made it a game. It was a game for you. Like, you treated it like a fun game. It wasn't like,
yeah.
oh, I can only do this much and I can't do Taekwondo. It was like, all right, screw all that. That's been and done. All right. And I'm going to put my lens on for just right now in this moment. What can I do? Well, the game is to go and enjoy the sunshine on the deck.
Yeah, that was a huge one for me, getting outside, because previously in my previous crashes, I just stayed in the house and it's what I got used to. I'll just lay here until I start feeling better and then I'll get out and do something. But with the baseline, it was just small things like getting my eating in order. I have a really strict diet. So it was like, what can I keep on hand? It's going to be easy for me to eat and then fuel my body so that I can have more energy and do more things. I was getting a shower, I kid you not, like once a week. I just didn't have the energy to stand under the water. And like, I have long hair and I didn't have the energy to stand under the water and do this because it was just too much. The thought of washing my hair, it killed me. I just wasn't capable of getting a shower. And now I'm pretty much getting a shower every day, which is huge for me because I haven't done that in a long
The hair's
time.
looking very clean and fresh there.
Yeah, I had to wash it because I was in the garden.